I can demonstrate to you because I can't remember exactly, but the ones I can remember.
JC, you saw that. You stopped by yourself, yeah?
Really?
طعام مسكين brother طعام
He's cutting me,
مسكين
bro.
طعام مسكين or طعام مساكين. We can read Maliki and Maliki. يكذب نكذب. It is exactly from the same manuscript. I can read both the readings. As I've given you 3 examples already in the Arabic, right? So, the written manuscript allows us to read it indifferently. Now is my question to you is this. Do Muslims disagree that the Hafs reading and the Warsh reading that you alluded to is not Qur'an and not authentic? Or is a footnote? Okay.
Okay, let me ask you.
No.
Let me ask you, bro.
Don't ask me. I'm going to
No, I'm answering
establish.
you, bro.
Wait, brother. I'm not going to ask you because you don't know. Do you know whole of Hafs?
But let me finish. Let me end.
No.
I need to go. The reason why I don't
You can't just go in the middle of a
the reason
discussion.
why I don't believe the Hafs reading or the Wash reading or the
Please.
I don't believe those readings.
Listen.
Because the Quran was apparently sent by Angel Gabriel. The problem I got with that is that when Angel Gabriel saw Muhammad, he didn't say, I am Gabriel, sent by Allah to tell you to recite this, X, Y, and the other. He never present himself, bro. So that's why I don't believe it's divine.
So now,
because Gabriel did not say, I
JC,
am Gabriel, bro.
JC, so now,
in fact,
listen.
There's proof in the hadith that Muhammad got scared, bro. Because this entity hold him so hard that he ran from the cave.
Listen to what I have to just say now. Instead of arguing your case,
no, it's not. It's your hadith,
brother. Listen, the point you made is this.
Did I make this up? That's why I don't understand this divine nature. They was found. I don't believe that.
Your reasons for
the second reason,
brother,
proof of that,
brother, please,
you have a story of Jesus creating a bird out of clay, which comes from the Gnostic Gospel of Thomas.
You're demonstrating
which already existed in the 5th century.
The very logical fallacy that many of our Christian friends commit. Okay, listen.
Is that true or not?
What you've just said, look, brother, excuse me, please, brothers. What you've just said demonstrates the logical fallacy many of our Christian brethren and Christian sisters commit in engaging with the discussion with Muslims. Your examples that you quoted are your reasons why you don't accept the Quran. It has nothing to do with manuscripts. You're saying, please.
Because it was revealed
Can I
by
finish?
Angel Gabriel.
Can I finish?
Everything you see in your Quran
JC,
was revealed by Angel Gabriel.
JC.
So we need to go to the source right at the beginning.
JC.
That's my point.
JC. Can
I
I
believe that it has divine origin because the angel Gabriel did not introduce himself. I am Gabriel sent by Allah to give you this revelation. He never said that.
JC, listen.
He never said
Would you let me finish my point?
Did he say that?
Would you let me finish my point?
I will, but did he say that?
Okay. So you will let me finish my point,
I
right?
will, but did he say that?
Thank you.
But did he say that?
Wait. So you're
not honest, bro. No. At least be honest.
Excuse me, listen.
You don't have to finish.
Please. Listen.
I'm being honest. When I said to you,
JC,
you asked me, do you know about the manuscript? I said, no, I don't know.
Listen.
Do you know how it was compiled? No, I don't know.
JC,
I don't know.
You need to
I'm being honest
let
me
this time, bro.
Finish. I asked you a question.
You know what? Honest, bro. Your friends who are going to watch this, they're going to say, JC needs to have a little bit more patience. So you don't care about your friends. So why did you want people to be educated then?
No, what people
you don't care?
So you know what the origins of Islamic history.
Good.
Bro.
So let the people be educated then properly and let me finish, right? So they can only be educated properly if you let me finish. So what I have noticed here is this. Your reasons of not accepting the Quran is because you have an objection that the Angel Gabriel didn't say, I am Angel Gabriel, I am giving this Quran. So it has nothing to do with the Quran manuscripts or in existence, Hafs or Wash, the differences, nothing to do with that. And the other example you gave is, it has an example of Jesus Christ. And did you say about the birds and making clay birds?
You got a story of Jesus Christ.
Right.
Which comes from the Gnostic Gospel of
Thomas. Good. So now we realize
which existed in the 5th century.
No, okay, I've heard. So now you realize you've shifted from an argument of authenticity of the Quran's preservation to the sources of the Quran, whether it came from Gabriel or not, whether it came from God or not. This is not what we're debating. We are debating or discussing rather the authenticity and preservation of the Quran. So let me continue to finish my point. So as I was saying, Hafs and the Warsh. Now here is my brother. knows whole of Hafs Quran from beginning to end. And he has a certificate or ijaza from his teachers that this is what the Quran came from the Prophet with a direct chain of transmission all the way to him. All the way to him.
Can
right?
God make a mistake? So the Quran is divine, basically. That's why your point, right?
You see, you're not letting me finish again. You're interrupting.
Come on, let's get to the nitty-gritty, bro. Let's
Listen.
talk about the Quran.
You know what, JC?
Authenticity, you are saying already.
I
You said
find
how
it.
it's compiled.
JC.
I understood. Okay.
No, you haven't understood my point. I am about to make a point, and you keep on interrupting in the middle. This is not fair for you and for me. So I said, Hafs Quran that you've read, because you have learned all of Hafs. The Warsh Quran that other people read. Do you disagree that this Warsh is not Quran? Did you hear what he said? He accepts the Warsh Quran is also from Allah, from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If you ask person who reads Warsh, they will say, we accept Hafs Quran. They read not Hafs Quran. There's no such thing as Hafs Quran. Reading of Hafs and reading of Warsh,
From God.
they're all from
God.
Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and from Allah.
And from God.
Right.
So basically the Quran is from
no,
God.
no. Stop.
So
No,
the Quran
stop.
is from God.
Stop.
Can
JC.
God make a mistake?
JC. Stop.
Can God make a mistake?
JC. You are not letting me finish the point.
No,
You know-
because I'm
okay.
attacking the authenticity of your text, bro. So but it goes hand in hand.
Listen.
Can God make a mistake?
Okay.
Please answer
Listen.
me.
Do you want me to answer this
Yeah,
question?
No, because it ties in.
Do you want me to
I
answer-
promise it ties in with the authenticity of the text.
Do you want me to answer it?
Yes, please.
Okay. So do you promise
Yeah.
that you're gonna let me answer it, right? Do you promise?
Listen, can God make a mistake? Yes or no?
I want to answer, but do you promise you're gonna allow me to respond?
Yeah, can God make a mistake? Yes or no?
Please. Do you promise that you will allow me to respond?
He won't answer the question.
I know.
Do you promise that you will allow me to respond and answer your question?
To this question right here.
Yeah.
Please.
Good. So, remember he promised already? So now I'm going to finish my earlier point. No.
Why do you answer question, Mansur? Why does this guy live?
Can God?
Let me just get in there.
You made a claim that the Quran comes from Allah, God. Okay. So can God make a mistake?
Good question.
Did we?
I ask you something, bro.
JC.
Yes
JC.
or no, bro?
JC.
Come on, bro.
JC. Listen.
Come on, man. Can
What?
God make
What?
a mistake?
Come on, man. Is this
Answer
okay?
the
Do you have to go? Do you have to go?
Okay.
Go.
I can say until you answer.
Thank you. Right. So you, as you agreed, and you promised that you will give me the chance to respond to your question, right? I only ask now to allow me to finish my earlier point, which you rudely interrupted in the middle of making a point.
He's gonna bide in time.
Yeah?
Trying to
Do you understand?
He's stalling for time.
Do you understand?
He won't answer
Okay,
the question.
so now,
Tyson
okay,
with the
all right, okay, you know what? I will stop making the point earlier on because you are very impatient. But I want to ask you though, are you now satisfied? The differences, are you now, because I want to
I
assess.
am satisfied how the Quran was compiled, why it was burnt, and
Why there has and wash?
And the Hassan words, the different readings, and there
You're
were different
satisfied?
ways of reciting. Therefore, there are different readings.
Yeah, so you're okay
And
with that?
different meanings as well.
No,
which I'll show you.
not different meanings. So I need to clarify that then. Not different meanings.
Well, what's the
Because
then,
all of the words,
What's the
they
then,
do
bro?
not, listen.
Half reading, Surah 2, Ayah 140. You say, wash reading, they say. That's a totally different reading.
Wait. Read in context.
cares?
Hang on.
You
Ah,
or they?
Excuse me. Read it in context.
We've got a bit of a problem here.
Read it in context. Read it in context. Because what I will demonstrate to you, if you are willing to listen, this is the condition. I will demonstrate, God willing, that the readings between Hafs and Warsh, Qalun or Duri or Susi, they complement each other.
Complement each other, of
Let me.
course.
You see, you're again. Let me
No,
finish.
I'm repeating so I
Don't
understand.
repeat inside.
You and Bay are the same. Now the same.
Repeat inside, right?
Yeah,
Right.
let's accept
They complement
Complement.
each other, never contradict.
Good.
So
Now
if
answer
you,
my question.
Now, if you can
Does God made a
find,
mistake? Yes or no?
oh, so you're happy with that, right?
Yes.
Very good.
Does God made a mistake?
Which
yes
God?
Or no?
Which God?
Allah. Does he make a mistake?
No, he
Which
doesn't.
God, bro?
Of course
Which
not.
God?
Of course not.
Okay, so you're telling me that sperm comes from the backbone and the rib.
Sorry, what?
Are you telling me that God doesn't make a mistake?
Of course not.
I'm telling you. So you're telling me that the sperm comes from the backbone and the rib?
Where did God say that?
Surah 86.
Oh, go ahead. Establish your point, because I think you're clearly mistaken on this one, and we will demonstrate, God willing, and you will learn something today that often we have
Why he
to
finds
investigate
that?
when we discuss
Why he finds
things.
that? Is the Quran accurate? Is the Quran
Divine
clear?
origin. Divine origin.
Yeah. Is the Quran the clear word of God? Is it very
Okay.
clear?
86.
This is a very interesting discussion today, isn't it?
Is the Quran clear? The clear word? Is it a clear word of God?
You should
asking a
stand
question.
on the line, so when he finishes, you will have your chance.
Okay, this is last point. Last point.
Because
Okay.
this surah, God,
Look, I'm gonna read Surah.
From 5. Yeah.
Let's
From
not jump.
5
Let's
to
just
8.
stick to one topic.
No, no, 86, 5 to 8. Yes, go ahead. Yeah. Start from
Okay, start from. I'm reading Surah 86, starting from Ayah 5, and
Yeah.
it says, "So let man observe from what he was created. He was created from a fluid ejected, right, emerging from between the backbone and the rib.
Go ahead. Verse 6.
so
Indeed, Allah is a what was that? Who's Allah? Okay. Indeed, Allah to return him, okay, to life is able. Okay, all right. Backbone and rib. So that's, are you telling me the sperm? So we eject a
Slowly,
thing,
slowly.
which is
Yeah,
developed from the.
Now,
Listen, because you're going to be refuted.
brother, please, please. It's not about refuting. It's not about refuting. It's about
Our truth.
clarifying the misconception
And
people
education
have.
as well.
Education, exactly.
the answer.
Okay, brothers, please, right? Okay, now. I want to understand one thing first. The process that is described here clearly to do with human anatomy and physiology, right? So you at least you know the basics.
Of what?
I know that my
Basics.
sperm doesn't come from my rib, bro.
Very basics,
It comes
right?
from my testosterone, from my
don't
balls.
answer my question.
hang on.
Yeah, address that.
Wait, wait.
Are you telling me sperms come from the my sperm doesn't come from the rib?
Chance, man.
Okay, listen. Because you made a statement earlier on, which proceeded with the question, does God make a mistake? So when I said no, you were demonstrating with an example like this that there is a mistake in the Quran. That means God made a mistake, right?
Yes.
Clearly your point, isn't it? Right.
You say yes
So
about 50 times, bro.
listen. So
Like
now,
50 times,
so now we will examine this and see whether
What's
this.
your explanation?
Let him speak. You let him speak.
We will examine this and we will see whether your objection has any substance whatsoever, right? So the reason why I asked you before, this particular ayat or verses in this surah or chapter talks about the origin of man, how man is created, yeah, man came to be. So it is to do with, and the way it's described, some of human anatomy and physiology. I didn't ask you whether you are an embryologist. I didn't ask you whether you're an anatomist or a physiologist. I didn't ask you whether you're a doctor. I simply asked you, do you have the basic understanding, knowledge of human anatomy and physiology? Very basic, like we have.
Yes, I do.
Very good. So now, in your basic...
And God should too.
Wait.
Good point.
Oh, please. Please. In your basic understanding that you have, the sperm during ejaculation comes from where?
Your balls, testosterone, testicles. Testosterone comes from your testicles. Not from your.
Ask
From
me
your
if he disagrees.
Right.
Do you agree or disagree?
Brother, please, Ikhwan, please, right?
Do you agree or disagree with that?
Do you agree?
Before I say yes or no, I will clearly disagree. Before I make my disagreement for the reason,
This is
Okay,
against
bro.
science.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're dancing around, bro.
I see why he's
No,
laughing.
yeah,
It's fine.
come on.
This is against science now.
have you bothered to speak to a doctor?
Yeah. Well,
About-
my doctor tells me that my sperm comes from my testosterone.
Right. So how about
My
about
balls,
That's
bro.
not
Listen,
even
listen.
university.
Come on,
listen,
bro.
listen,
Yeah,
listen.
school level, bro.
Biology.
My
Excuse me.
5-year-old knows that, bro. Anyway.
Your 5-year-old knows that.
Yeah, no,
Now,
basic anatomy.
No, I don't
With his
think. I
hands,
don't
his
think your
brain,
5-year-old.
eyes.
Listen, I don't
We
think.
read at school.
Excuse me.
Why do you
I don't
say men
think.
got major problems?
I don't think.
Why do you say
Just
men-
admit that there's a major
Be honest.
problem there, bro.
Now
you're
you're being.
supposed to come from divine
Listen,
origin, bro.
listen. Did you hear what I just said? I was even showing you that your knowledge of basic anatomy and physiology is mistaken from science. I wasn't even alluding to this Quran or defending it. I was even challenging your understanding of the basic biology. I will ask you after this discussion, take your time to speak to a knowledgeable person like a medic.
Never get it to
You
remember.
never
Excuse me.
get an answer.
Listen.
He'll tell you
Damn, I've seen your
next
videos on
month-
YouTube, bro. Exactly the same. I thought to myself,
Listen.
listen, you're going to give me a
Go
straight
do your
answer.
research
Listen.
and then come back.
Never, bro.
Listen.
When you ask me a question, I don't even
JC.
know. I say, listen, I don't know.
JC,
Tell me.
do you-
I'm honest with you.
JC.
So you should be honest as well, bro.
JC.
How can you tell me that comes from
Come,
God,
come.
bro?
Where does it come from?
Where does the sperm come from?
That's the
Backbone
question.
or the balls?
It comes from it comes from neither of them.
Neither of them.
No. So I'm going to ask you now.
Are you challenging biology now?
I'm not challenging biology.
Yeah, but that's
I
where
am
it says it comes
correcting
from.
your misunderstanding of biology. Have you studied biology? Okay, brothers, please.
Yes,
Have you
I
studied
have,
biology?
yes.
To what level?
To
School?
A level, yeah.
Good, no problem. A-level biology is good on this subject.
yeah.
Right. When sperms are being produced, so we are talking about spermatogenesis.
Yeah.
When they're produced, where are they stored? Excuse me, did I ask you, brother? Did I ask you? Don't give away the answers, right? Don't give away the answers. Where are they stored?
It's stored
Excuse
in
me,
the
please.
scrotum.
Brother, you can come here to, because I think you know something about it. Come here. Stay here. Wait. So what I would, because I know you know about this. Wait, my friend. Excuse me.
Let's all together here because he is talking from his knowledge. I'm talking from my knowledge.
Please
At
be
least we can
patient,
prove it
brother.
from here, right?
Muslim,
Let's go to
alhamdulillah,
from
we
here.
need patience in this game. Allah will reward our patience.
Sorry.
Okay, now, okay,
We can learn from here together.
Excuse me.
Bring that surah.
My friend,
Yeah,
what's your name?
85, 86, verse 5.
What's your name?
Theo.
Theo. Now, where is the sperm, the mature sperm stored?
Located.
Stored.
Yes.
Where are they stored?
Let me get it.
So you're going
I
to
don't want to be wrong. Because
take your time.
Even though I know.
Take
it's
your
stored
time, bro.
in
Take your time,
in
Theo.
in
No
our
problem.
testicles.
Take your time.
I'm
Created in
gonna,
the testicle.
Brother, you're not showing any patience, right? It's important in this very discussion,
Yes.
Muslims demonstrate some patience. And patience will give some reward, inshallah. Because now we have to teach our brothers in humanity some basic biology first.
No, I'm saying, what surah are we talking about? What is the surah?
We're not talking about the surah yet. We're talking about the science
talking about
first.
the surah.
But we will talk about the science which you seem
This is
to
what it
misunderstand.
says here, listen. This is what it says. Ejaculation, yeah, the release of sperm cells and seminal plasma from male reproductive system. Ejaculation takes place into two phases.
Go ahead.
First, or emission stage, and then sperm are moved from the testicles and the epidermis, where the sperm are stored, to the beginning of the urethra, a hollow tube running through the penis that transports either sperm or urine in the second stage.
Right.
Ejaculation proper. The semen is moved through the urethra and expelled from the body.
So this is very good because look at this, right? Let's read this. Yeah?
What did you understand?
Hold on. We can explain that.
You can you can read.
No.
What do you understand?
Wait, hold on.
No, I'm not going to hold on. Carry on, Theo. I'm having a discussion with you,
We're
right?
having a discussion.
No, not all of us.
We are all having a
Did you see how I stopped my brother from interrupting?
we're having a
So now,
discussion. You always
what
avoid
did
me.
you understand?
You always duck and avoid me.
You know,
But you're not gonna do it
look.
together.
First of all, you are no one, so I'm not sure why you're thinking highly of yourself,
so that's
right?
what I'm saying.
Right?
Let's have a talk
So now,
discussion.
so
What do you say?
what did you understand from there? So you hear?
It says there's two stages.
Good, very good.
One,
Where is this from, by the way? Britannica.
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 Yes.
No problem. I mean, this is a source. Even though it's not medical, we can go with that. So
You want more
what?
medical? I can
So
go.
two stages.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Right, so remember
One
where it
is-
starts from. It says, remember, the first sperm are moved from.
Oh, does he have to explain to you what it means, which you have read?
It's reading.
So tell me what you understood.
Yeah,
It says it has to move to the epidermis. Yes?
Brother,
Sperm
please.
is moved
Akhi,
from the
akhi.
testes. Come, get in there.
Right.
It's
So,
moved into the epidermis.
So-
yes.
Making videos
so
running away.
when is it moving? At
that's
what
why
point?
it's stored.
At what point is it moving and from where?
At ejaculation,
So during ejaculation,
Yes.
it is coming from where?
Wait, so, straight from the
Move from the
ejaculation.
testes.
Listen, it's
No,
very
it's the
simple.
testes, yeah.
It starts from the testes.
that's
It's
the
simple there.
testis.
So I suggest. No, I don't like this, bro. Give me a
testes,
Wi-Fi.
my brother.
Wi-Fi.
It says testis.
Testes.
I'm good.
What
So
part of
what
testes don't you understand?
I'll tell you something.
Yeah, I don't know if it's there
Listen.
here or something. Maybe it's here.
Do you know
Yes.
most of the ejaculates comes from the seminal vesicles, the vas deferens. From
Is it your opinion or what this says?
You have to prove it.
Okay.
You don't just tell me.
Listen.
Because you
we
can
don't
make
want
it
your
up.
Listen, Theo.
We want
Theo.
medical.
The one way
Yes.
to confirm this thing is easy.
Okay.
Going to a medical textbook on anatomy and physiology,
Yeah.
human anatomy and physiology,
Okay.
right? Which we studied in undergraduate
Human,
during
yeah.
our degrees.
I know.
So God is
Yeah.
not human, so that's fine. You're taking God
Are you-
out. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh, so you want to know about the animal ejaculation? Is that what you're
The
interested
question
in?
is very
See where
simple.
it's going now.
Theo, I said,
Allah saying
Hey, Theo.
the sperm come from the backbone and
and
the
the
ribs.
ribs.
hey, Theo.
And you
Give
can
us some
prove it.
medical information. that
Theo.
shows us
read
that.
it.
Theo,
You just read it.
brothers, please. Theo,
just read it here.
Theo, can you read verse, 2 verses before that? Does it talk
Okay,
about?
so
Yeah,
are you
yeah,
going
yeah,
to
I'll
dismiss?
read it,
Wait,
I'll
before
read
you
it.
go on, are you going to dismiss what that says?
Yes.
listen.
No,
Theo,
hold on. Are you
I'm not going to
dismiss
hold on.
what
I'm
that
going to
says?
speak to you.
Yes.
No,
Okay,
are you going to dismiss what that says?
Theo, are you
this
in?
guy
Okay,
is
Theo,
sneaky.
Yes,
are you in?
Slippery like salt, man.
Are you incapable of having a discussion with me?
Of
If
course
you're
I am.
incapable, then I can speak to him.
I am.
you can
I
speak
am.
to me.
I- it's-
Capable or incapable?
I am capable.
Capable. So talk to me now.
We are
So
both
now
capable.
go back to the chapter,
Yes.
and what do we see?
Yes.
It says, so let man consider from what he is created.
From
Whose creation are we talking about? Animal or human creation?
man.
Good. So when I make the point, are we going to go into a human anatomy and physiology textbook, or are we going to go to a ordinary biology textbook of other animals? Fair point. Did you understand my point?
Biology. Yes.
No, which biology? Human biology or animal biology?
Human biology.
Very good. So you understand my point.
86.
Now, what I'm asking you to do,
Yes.
rather than going from Britannica, go to a human anatomy and
Can
physiology
you
textbook.
check it then? Look,
I have.
You can go online and have it.
So you want us to
So
come
are you
back next
saying?
week?
Are you suggesting
Yes,
that
yes, yes.
the medical textbooks are free online?
Medical
Textbooks.
websites are also online.
Okay, go. You do that then.
No, I
You
gave
do
mine.
it.
I
No,
read
this is on
mine
you.
to
The
him.
proof-
So you
the
proved me
burden of proof
wrong.
is on you.
Theo,
It
Theo,
says it's in
The burden of proof is on
testing.
you.
brother, please.
Right.
Theo,
Yeah, mine says it's in the
listen,
testing.
Theo.
Yes.
What you've given me
Yes.
is from an encyclopedia called Britannica.
Yes.
Britannica.
Correct me with something different.
Listen, Theo, I said if you consult when it's written material, a medical text like human anatomy and physiology, you'll find most of the ejaculates comes from, as I mentioned, from the seminal vesicles, the vas deferens, from the Cooper's glands, the Bowman's glands, all of this, because these are the constituents of the. Listen, if you don't know anything about this one,
Sir, you know one thing, I don't
yes,
like
you-
speaking from head.
Yeah, I mean-
I showed you mine.
Listen,
Even if
listen.
it's Britannica, say, wait. If it's Britannica, it's fine.
I find it very
agree.
interesting.
No, I agree.
people who are not medically orientated,
No, listen.
talking about a medical subject
are not a
from
doctor,
Britannica.
I am not a
I'm a
doctor.
pharmacist.
Okay, so you
Right.
prove it.
Wait,
that
wait,
you,
wait,
you
wait,
say you don't have any website,
wait, listen.
authentic website
Right.
to quote from.
My-
like, of only your
My
head.
friend,
And I have
listen.
to accept
My
it.
friend, listen. My friend, listen.
Yes.
He's making up as he
Listen,
goes along.
Exactly.
listen, my friend. As I have now told you my profession, during the degree years, we had to study human anatomy and physiology,
Yes.
right? In our degree level.
Fine.
So it's not just A-level biology that you're talking about, in a degree
Yeah,
level.
that's fine.
And I'm sure millions of people, hundreds of people around the world, they have studied this. No problem. It's not a unique thing in pharmacy, right? Because we have to know this, how the functions of certain parts of the body in the physiology, so that we understand the process of drugs, how they work or not, right? I am simply saying many of our textbooks are not available online unless you have some subscription, right? Subscription. I studied this in the university decades ago, right?
yes.
So obviously I don't have a running subscription to go to this textbook. That's why I suggested if you believe that they are available online, you can just now Google them, whatever.
And showed you.
I just showed mine.
I listen.
You disagree with it?
Theo,
Fine.
Theo,
Then you have to
Theo.
prove from your own source.
You've got to
cannot just
disprove what he
Mike,
proved to you.
Theo,
like, I am the
Theo.
only one
How do
to
you
prove to you
Theo.
all the time. That's
Theo,
not fair.
just
sir.
one. Theo,
That's not fair.
my friend.
Sir, that's not
Did
fair.
did you give me from a medical text or from an encyclopedia?
From Britannica?
Right. Is this a medical text? Just say.
You said it's not.
I don't have to say it. You tell me. Is it a medical
Sir,
text?
listen, you said it's not.
No, I'm not gonna
and
say
I'm
it.
not disputing you because you said you're a pharmacist. So therefore,
Don't take my word for it.
Why don't you be honest and say you don't have an
just be
Wait,
honest
wait,
with
wait.
me. So
Look,
therefore,
when did I
sir,
even lie?
sir,
Don't say to be honest with me. I have to be honest with you every single moment.
You
You've
said
been
you're a
around the bush for
pharmacist.
so long.
Yeah.
And you have studied embryo.
my friend. Listen. Theo, listen.
So therefore,
Theo.
at least you should know one website that you
Theo.
trust and show me.
Theo.
Because all these guys here want the truth.
Listen, Theo.
Yes.
What you are missing is this. You think medical knowledge can be gained from websites. I'm saying,
Not only websites.
Not
There
only
are
websites,
look.
places.
there are good
I-
websites to get.
do you know of them?
I've shown you what I have read.
No, not medical. You haven't shown me any medical website.
You still want me to
Ah,
do
you know
the
what,
job?
you
You
know
don't
what,
want
no,
to
no,
do anything.
Listen.
Is the Quran
want to
clear?
do
No,
anything.
Is the
Theo,
Quran
can
clear word
you
of
be
God?
fair for one time, right? I said,
Is the Quran
listen,
clear word
Let's
of
go to
God?
another topic.
No, we will
Because
discuss this
Allah
topic.
is wrong.
Hang on.
The sperm come from the backbone.
Hey,
He's
Theo,
wrong. It's
Theo.
from the testes, man.
Theo, you are,
Shake your head. That's how your father
brothers,
made you, brother.
okay, brothers,
That's how your father made
you are running away from the evidence.
I am not.
Okay,
You
so-
are rather
okay.
not giving your evidence,
Okay.
but you are throwing to me
Disingenuous.
to give you more evidence.
No,
and
what I
that's
said-
what I have done.
Okay, what did I say so far about the evidence on this subject matter? Tell
I
me.
said I got what I
No, what did
read
I
to
say
you.
about my evidence?
You said there's no, listen carefully, there's no textbooks online to read it from.
No, I didn't say that.
And yeah, that's what I said.
I did not say that. I
What
said,
did you say?
Give us a reason why you
I
don't
said,
think
so that's why,
Exactly.
that's why,
Yeah.
can you not interrupt? You're very interrupting in my ears. If you want to debate me, which I don't think you're worth debating in the first place, right? I mean, when we find that it's worth debating, we will debate you. But
If I want to debate you, I do. Yeah.
So can you tell him to be quiet for a moment, right?
We're listening.
brother, please.
Very good, very good. Now, as I said, there are many texts available online, medical texts. So you misunderstood what I said. But I said these requires subscription.
Some
I
does not.
listen. I do not have subscription for those texts that I'm going to use. I'm sure there are many medical texts that are available. If you have them, then bring them up. No problem. I can use them. Okay, that's what I said. In the absence of this medical knowledge from a medical source, what I'm saying is in the future, after our discussion, so we have to end this point here because it's not going anywhere.
No, so
this,
that
let me
you
finish.
cannot answer.
So you
Come
can't
on.
answer the question.
Let me
Alright,
finish.
that's it.
Let me.
That's it. You
so-
cannot
so
answer
Allah-
that.
Theo, you cut me off in the
From
middle.
the backbone.
Theo,
You can't answer.
Theo, you cut me off in the middle, very rudely. So what I'm saying is, in the absence of demonstrating from a medical text, where most of the
Can
ejaculate,
everybody see this?
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, show it to the
If
camera.
you're-
Productive
What
system
a
of
camera.
sperm. Can everybody see?
Okay.
You see any back here? Any backbone here?
Theo,
My goodness.
Theo.
Yes, sir.
And the
You haven't even heard my response
and the
yet.
Quran's meant to
No,
be
because
Have I
you
responded?
are sending me off
No,
to go and
I am
sex.
not sending you anywhere.
Yeah, so
I am saying,
Why not give us the proof?
Yes.
Send us something.
I will now, right? Okay.
Oh, now you're going to give us something. Let's
Okay.
listen.
good. Let's
Now
clap
it
for him.
starts.
So-
Now it starts.
So I am not going to consult a medical text now.
Okay.
You can check this up yourself later. What I'm saying is this. Here, hear me out.
My witness
Okay,
is good.
okay. Are these-
You meet him after you die.
Theo, are this recorded?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you not consider a pharmacist openly admitting his profession, and if he's found to be wrong in this very basic biology, people will laugh at me?
You're wrong, but
Yeah?
your heart's
Do you agree?
fighting the truth.
Do you agree?
You're wrong.
Yeah, you can be wrong, and
No,
who
no,
is coming
no,
to
no.
question you?
In the-
Nobody will arrest you anyway.
Theo, you don't understand that.
Nobody will arrest you.
People will say,
This is common in our language.
People-
Arabic language. I say
Master,
my
understand
my
every
son came
language.
from my
brother,
back.
limited to
you're
one
responding
language, my
with all
brother.
due respect.
If
I'm not
your
responding
Allah
yet.
limited
go
to
ahead.
only one language, then
Theo,
it's not power.
Theo,
Yes.
first,
speaks in Arabic,
okay,
yeah.
first point.
So he doesn't understand other
We're gonna
languages.
can you tell him to be quiet, right?
Does God
Thank
speak
you.
in other languages?
Right. So now we're going to go back to the text to demonstrate to you.
yes.
What I was
Let's focus.
right. What I was demonstrating to you
Bible
is
speaks all languages.
is the common folks' erroneous understandings of basic biology. Only less than 5% of the sperm during ejaculate comes from the testicles, testes. Most of them comes from already when they're mature in those two ducts, and other glands which supplements the material in the ejaculate. Only less than 5% comes from there. So most of them come from elsewhere. So that's one correction in biology. But that's not
Evidence.
No, hang on. I will. Okay,
And as well say it's come from the heart.
Look, wait.
Because everything linked to the heart.
Right.
I mean, what are you talking about?
Wait. Okay.
I mean, can you imagine? And even to the brain. Because there's all the veins go to the brain, my brother.
So your process of
Yes.
verifying information of a scientific nature is, go to the internet, right?
Why?
But I'm saying,
at least
can you
there should
be
be
quiet for a moment? Do you have a problem? Verbal diarrhea. Thank you. So he hasn't got verbal diarrhea.
Let me clarify.
No. Can I finish? Right. Look.
Sometimes it's about
What I'm saying, this information, now, I will. Look.
People cannot hear on YouTube. Let them get
Look.
what you're saying.
Well, after this discussion, I'll sit down on the park, spend my time, and give you the information.
Oh,
is that
lovely.
fair?
Thank you very much.
Right. Now let's return to the text.
That's good.
Good. No problem. God willing. Right.
Let's go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hang on. Now, let's return to the text itself.
Okay.
And I'll show you how all of you Christians have misunderstood the
Oh,
text
yeah,
at all.
of course, we always misunderstand.
We always misunderstand.
Anyway.
No, this text.
I've never met any Muslim, when I quote the Quran, they
Excuse
say
me.
you quote it right. They always say
All right, my friend.
So it's okay. It's not
I
news
am
to
not
me.
going to quote, I'm going to demonstrate to you.
It's not news to me.
No, hang on. Theo, your overconfidence will be shattered in few seconds.
I'm saying
a few
no
minutes.
Muslim will accept
Listen.
what I say
No, Theo.
from the Quran.
No.
So I'm not
No,
surprised
no, Theo.
that you are saying
No,
you're
Theo.
going to do what?
Theo, listen. Now, Theo, listen.
Yes, go ahead.
Let's start this. Let's start with this verse.
Yes.
So let man observe from what is created, right?
Yes.
Okay. He's created from a water pouring forth. I'm just reading the translation here.
Now it's water, yeah? It's
Okay.
different now.
Okay, can I read your translation? I could read any translation that you prefer.
Yeah.
Okay? I just read the translation here so that
That's
you are not going to
Sahih.
accuse me
Is
of
that
making.
Sahih?
This is Shakir. Which one do you like?
Sahih,
So, no, look.
Sahih International.
I have got
Sahih International.
Sahih?
That is what Saudi
well,
Arabia
do you have-
has.
do you have Sahih?
We can agree
Yeah.
that it's
Use that.
being ejaculated. Yeah, can we agree on that?
This is Sahih
Sperm being
International.
ejaculated.
sir.
Wait. So open that up. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you a series of questions to see whether you understood or misunderstood the text.
I asked you the question. Now you are asking me.
I will answer.
Say this is. So
Okay.
let man.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let the people on that they are going to supply the video understand what we are discussing here. So that they
Absolutely.
can make up their mind that Allah doesn't know how the sperm,
He doesn't even
you
know.
know, where the sperm come from.
And apparently
Okay.
he created it.
Yeah, so this is it. Yeah, created it, exactly. It says, verse 5, so let man observe from what he was created. He was created from a fluid, ejected, emerging from between the backbone and the ribs. The backbone, where's my last backbone?
Okay.
It's here.
Now,
And the
Theo,
ribs.
okay, please.
Yeah, you can read
لو
Arabic.
سمحت لا سمحت لو سمحت
You can read
Thank
Arabic
you.
if you want.
Okay, now,
This is your Sahih
Theo,
International. Yes.
now hear me out. So, it is very important that you follow my argument.
Yes.
Okay? So I'm going to argue that your reading is totally incorrect.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Here's this. So this starts by saying, let man of... أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فلينظر الإنسان مما خلق من ماء دافق.
Yeah, that's what it's so annoying. I read it to you. We are English speaking people. Speak to me in English. What are you doing?
Excuse me.
If I start preaching,
What
you
are
say,
you doing?
if I start preaching,
Now-
you say, oh, you're preaching.
Excuse me.
Now you're singing
Be fair
to
with
us.
me, okay?
Theo,
I speak
you're being
English.
very unfair. Do you know why you're being unfair?
Speak English.
Do you know why you're being unfair?
I read
Do you know why you insulted me right now?
No.
Do you know how you insulted me
You
right
are
now?
being unfair to
No,
me.
do you know
I
how-
don't understand what
Now,
you are reading.
Do you
sir.
know how you insulted me right now?
Sorry?
Brother, please.
Sorry?
Excuse me.
The
Excuse me.
translation
Akhi,
is already there. Why are you
Please.
quoting it?
What is
Hang
that
on.
singing?
The translation
You're
is
asking
still
the preacher
there,
to start
man.
singing.
My friends and my brothers.
No, I wouldn't understand
Now,
it.
Theo,
How is it?
excuse me.
that you ask
If you
the
do
preacher-
not
Brother,
trust,
listen.
let me say
No.
something.
Let me finish, right?
If you do not trust the translation,
Theo,
if you do not trust the translation, and you are quoting the Arabic to get the meaning, I will agree. But the translation is there.
Theo. So if I were to show you a translation, you'd be happy with it, right?
Yeah, it's already there.
Okay, fine. Okay, give me a second. Just give me a second.
It's already there.
Okay, no problem.
said don't edit the videos. Yeah, go on. Don't edit the videos. I never said I like your page. Is that of course, why would you lie? It's true. Don't get upset. Why would you lie?
The translation.
No, but why? What?
Don't worry.
So you're saying simply,
Why are you saying
check the internet. Okay, let's do that. You shouldn't take this so long. Then you realize my point. I would like to continue this topic and finish this properly rather than going off topic. So ignore the hecklers around, right? So let's do it properly. So now, let me get some mobile data.
so interested? Don't worry. Yeah.
iCloud, right?
Okay, you know what? Yeah, when you come next time, I'm going to tell him what you said. Yeah. Respond to that.
Yeah?
Yeah?
What is that threat?
No, I'm saying to you.
He's already threatened me. He's already threatened me.
When he comes to you,
threatened me.
film as much as you want.
TV. You understand? What is your agenda?
What is your agenda? What's your agenda? What is your agenda? Yeah. You're not interested in truth. You come over here. Get out of here.
Okay, just one thing. Do you know Paul?
Are you
Paul Williams. He's here. He has the Professor Abdul Halim translation of the Quran. Can you just bore that translation, right? I want to demonstrate a point first with translation. Just find out, because I have my internet problems for some reason. So because you talk about translation, I'll make a point of translations first. And the reason I quoted the Arabic, because we have already read the translation, correct? So you already know roughly what the meaning is. Yeah? Give or take, roughly you know. And I have several translations here. So my reading of the Arabic was for a reason, because the Quran is not revealed in English. Do you agree? The Quran was revealed in the Arabic tongue. So I had to make my point from the Arabic, and I will help you. Brother, please. And I will make my point from the Arabic Quran with the help of translations. Is that fair? With the help of translations. Translations. Very good.
My Bible.
No, it's not the Bible.
My Bible is not written in English, but I speak English. Yes, so I read.
Can someone get
the English
the
translation.
translations of the Quran from Paul Williams? Because, yeah? Okay.
My discussion. Have you lost now? You don't even know Jesus.
Him, and then you come back here and you don't know what's been said. You're not concentrating, clearly.
I'm fine.
If you want to have a discussion, we can do that.
Happy to, but you're just all over the place.
Take him to a side and discuss with him, if you want.
You want to have a discussion?
Yeah, you want to have it. Oh, he's scared. Yeah?
He's get scared. They always say you want to have a discussion,
Right.
then they get frightened.
So let's
That's
wait,
okay.
because since you're...
Has he yet proved?
I just want the translation.
You're still waiting for translation.
Yeah, I just want that. That's
You
it.
don't trust this?
Look,
can read it to
when,
see
hang
where
on,
it's
hang
coming
on.
from,
Now,
yeah?
the fundamental error you're making is this. You're thinking
Yeah.
that every translation is the same, right? Is that what you're thinking?
Sahih, from Saudi Arabia,
wait.
where the Kaaba is.
Excuse me.
Masa.
Theo,
You don't trust that?
Theo, I trust the Arabic. Do you disagree? Do you have a problem with that?
So you can't
Yeah,
do English.
No, hang on.
It's English.
What your own people translate is not
Listen,
reliable.
Can I borrow your Abdul Halim's translation?
I didn't bring it.
Oh, he didn't bring it.
I gave it away to a Christian.
That's
Okay.
unfortunate.
Okay, never mind. Okay. In the Abdul Halim translation, it says, let man observe from what he has been created. In fact, if I may have it somewhere already here.
How long can you
Wait.
store for? How long do you actually can you actually store for if you actually do?
No, Abdul Halim's translation. I want to make him a point first, right?
If less for me, let's concede this and let's move on another topic. Sir.
Listen.
Yeah,
Listen.
personally,
Theo, you're making...
Are you following what he's saying?
Theo, listen.
yeah, we are listening.
Theo,
He's with her.
do you want to...
It doesn't make any sense to me now.
Theo,
so far.
what I'm saying is, in that translation, if I were to offer it to you, which I can't, right? So in the future, I'll make sure I bring it with me all the time.
Okay.
Right? No problem,
So,
inshallah.
I'll admit, yeah.
In that translation, it says, the man emerges from between the backbone and the ribs, not the fluid. So would you accept the translation?
So the fluid is out.
It doesn't talk about fluid, it talks about man.
But in your
No,
one, you
I'm
said water.
saying, you say emerging. Something is emerging from.
No.
If
Let
I
me-
say,
Sorry, because you didn't understand my point, let me clarify. In the translation that I was going to show to you, which I don't have at the moment, but those viewers who are listening, they can consult this translation by Professor Muhammad Abdul Halim, professor in SOAS, University of London, SOAS, where he says that let man think where he's been created from a gushing fluid, and the man emerges from between the backbone and the ribs. So this is obviously in the process of delivery. So you have,
Oh my goodness.
excuse me, Theo.
This one worse than the one.
Oh, there you go.
It's
There you
even
go.
worse.
Now, no, not worse.
Yeah,
now,
this is the same
now,
as this.
hang on.
This one is
Listen,
Sahih,
listen.
yeah, international.
Now,
the same.
let's read it.
I use it.
Okay.
Yeah, I use it. Yeah.
Can we read it?
Yeah.
No,
I'm
very
saying-
good.
I said
Jazakallah khairan.
it's the same as this. Yeah.
Okay, look.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, so you said translations are okay, right?
Sorry?
Good. So now read it. Man should reflect on what he has been created from.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, let's check the words.
Do you read Arabic?
Select them one by one.
Do you
and
read
see-
Arabic?
Select them one
Excuse
by
me.
one
Don't-
and see if
Theo.
the translation is wrong.
Theo, do you read Arabic? Don't touch me like that. Don't touch me.
Sorry. Can I ask you one thing?
Do you read Arabic?
Let me ask you one
I read Arabic. Do you read Arabic?
I don't.
Right.
Can I ask you?
Both of you.
So can you address that? Can you? Okay.
Can I ask you one thing?
Go ahead. Ask.
Is the Arabic on the top has to be the same as the one on the down? The translation
The translation
has to match the Arabic. Yeah.
here as well. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Right. Coming forth. Yeah. Go on.
Who is coming from?
Yeah. Who's coming forth?
Yes.
Is my question.
No, but it says the fluid.
Where?
emerges.
Where does it say fluid?
He was created from a fluid ejected.
Correct. Correct.
Emerging.
Who emerges?
From.
Who
There's
emerges?
no he here, sir. You put the he there.
I put the he there?
To change the word.
Theo.
There's no
Excuse
he
me.
in the Arabic here.
Theo.
See, this is the problem I have with you,
Theo.
sir.
Listen.
Yes.
Do you know Arabic?
The Arabic here is
Do you know?
translated.
يخرج.
You select Arabic and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
translation is
No.
here.
The يخرج means what?
It say coming forth.
No.
It didn't say he coming forth.
Don't touch me.
Sorry.
Warned you already, man. Why are you doing that? Don't patronize me. Don't do that again. Theo.
So the Arabic
Don't do that
here,
again.
when I type on it,
Theo.
the translation is
You're
there.
making-
There's no he
Okay.
in the Arabic.
Anyone know
I don't
Arabic?
know
here?
where the he come
Okay.
from.
Anyone know Arabic?
I don't know where the he comes
Okay.
from. sir.
Listen. I will tell you where it comes from. Because you don't know Arabic.
Don't lie.
This is your phone, right? Okay.
Can you
Yeah.
read this one
Okay.
and translate
Wait. Listen. يخرج.
Sir,
يخرج.
let him read it.
No.
and see
I
if
will
the
ask
he
him a
is
question.
in it or
Okay.
not.
In يخرج, which one is the pronoun? Is it a masculine pronoun, feminine pronoun, plural? Which one? يخرج. Masculine. Masculine singular or plural? Single male. Right. So we have within the verb a pronoun he within it. Yeah? It's called damir
Why is it not
mustaqil.
here?
Listen.
Why is it not within the Arabic here?
Listen.
This is the problem.
Brother, so because you don't know Arabic
Yeah, why?
and the Arabic speaking person.
I agree with you that what you are
But the world only God speaks Arabic.
what you are saying, yeah, I agree. But my question, you haven't answered me.
I am going to answer now.
I'm saying
Which is
the
this?
Arabic here.
Okay, go ahead.
The
I have to make
Arabic,
this point. It's very important.
the
Inshallah.
Arabic here, there's no he in it.
You're wrong.
Yeah, read
You're
it and
wrong.
see.
Listen,
Check it and tell me.
you're doing this again. I even asked two Arabic.
It's your fellow
Okay.
Muslim. I don't trust another Muslim defending you.
Okay, listen.
What are you talking
Do you have a
about?
Christian speaks Arabic?
I don't know one yet.
Right. Would you mind? Would you mind doing this a favor?
What?
Go and.
No, I don't trust.
Do you mind?
Read this. Can you read the talk for me?
يخرجوا coming out
يخرج. Does he have a pronoun he?
يخرجوا
Coming out. It didn't say he or she. Coming out.
Listen. You are committing this grand fallacy in logic.
Coming forth. You are very right.
You asked
Coming
him.
forth.
No, he didn't say coming forth.
Yeah, coming out. It's coming
No,
forth.
he didn't say coming forth.
What
He
did
said
he say?
this means.
يخرج يخرج من البيت leaving the house
No, يخرج means.
Exiting.
Brother,
So it's not he
يخرج.
or she.
Is there a pronoun in
No
there?
pronoun there.
هذا يخرجوا male تخرجوا
Female.
female
Thank you.
يخرجون plural
So now,
female plural going
yes. So now, from
He's adding the pronoun for you. There's no pronoun in the Arabic, sir.
you're making. You know what? I thought.
Let's change the topic.
Listen. No. I
Let's
thought.
change the
Look. I
Allah
don't.
got it
Listen.
wrong.
You know what? Okay.
sperm.
Is it here? Okay.
Let's change
Okay.
the topic.
You know
Allah
what?
got it wrong.
Now, to the audience. Okay, excuse me. Nice talking to you. Okay, excuse me. Do you want to continue or not?
Yeah, you are leaving. I'm not leaving. You are the one leaving.
Because you're not interested. Okay, now we're going to talk later. Now to the brothers. Come on.
You are going to.
No. So now, thank you. So here is the clarification for those Christians who are very unwilling to listen. So let's go back.
Yeah, he's going to repair himself now. Yeah.
You guys got done again.
So the interpretation.
Pretty shameful, boys.
So the interpretation I have is this. Look. They were not willing to listen and engage in the discussion. So now I have to explain to people because of their confusion that are created. Right. So here we have in Arabic language. This. فَلْيَنْظُرِ الْإِنسَانُ مِمَّا خُلِقَ مِن مَّاءٍ دَافِقٍ يَخْرُجُ مِن بَيْنِ الصُّلْبِ وَالتَّرَائِبِ. Three crucial ayat. The first ayat starts by saying, let man think and ponder where he's being created from. What is the origin of man? The creation of man, excuse me. Man is created from a fluid which is self-emitting, ma'in dafiq. One point to note, in the Arabic language normally you would say ma'un madfuq, correctly. But here is ma'un dafiq. When we say dafiq, it means someone who's done the action of the verb itself. So this gushing forth, or spurting forth, is done by the fluid itself, the sperm itself. So what we have here in this ayah, the sperm itself is doing the running by itself, nothing else. We know from medical science that sperms, they're self-motile. They wiggle their tail and they travel. So they are self-motile, means they are motile themselves. They travel themselves. Just like the ayah says, it travels by itself. This gushing forth is by themselves, the fluid. The contention by our Christian critics is the next verse talks about that the sperm that in early verse was spoken about is coming from in between the sulb and tara'ib. The word sulb is translated as backbone or the loins, and tara'ib is translated as, understood as the part of the chest, area of the chest where the necklace is hanged. We know this meaning because if you consult the earliest poetry of the Arabs, the mu'allaqat, Imr al-Qais, he says, muhafhafatun bayda'u ghayru mufadatin tara'ibuha masqulatun kassajanjali. He uses the word to describe this woman where the place of her necklace is this area, tara'ib. In fact, majority of the linguists agree the tara'ib refers to a female anatomy, that place of the chest where the necklace is worn. So now we understand that it's referring to a particular anatomy of a female. The sulb refers to the backbone. Now, how is the backbone? In the Arabic language, backbone is from the Adam's apple to all the way to the coccyx. All that area. So we now have two elements, and between them we are supposed to proceed something. The mistaken understanding a lot of people have is from this understanding that it refers to the sperm. But if we were to analyze the context clearly, there are valid linguistic interpretation. And this is the interpretation that I will share with you, which is this. Because here it says يَخْرُجُ مِنْ بَيْنِ الصُّلْبِ وَالتَّرَائِبِ, it says, and he comes forth. We don't even know which noun this pronoun he refers to. In the normal language, normal sense of the word, you get your pronoun referring to the immediate noun that has gone by. So you'd think here the immediate noun is what? The ma'un dafiq. But this is always not the case. The pronoun doesn't always have to follow the immediate noun. And this is precisely my point. My argument is this, the interpretation, that this pronoun refers to not the gushing fluid, but the noun earlier, insan, which is the man. Why do I say this? For three main reasons. I'll give you two linguistic reasons. First reason is this. When we follow on this surah, we see it talks about فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ قُوَّةٍ وَلَا نَاصِرٍ. Now again we have another pronoun talking about he shall have neither strength nor helper. Before that, إِنَّهُ عَلَى رَجْعِهِ لَقَادِرٌ. Most surely he is able to return him. Him who? The pronoun is not mentioned. Noun is not mentioned. يَوْمَ تُبْلَى السَّرَائِرُ. On that day when hidden things shall be made manifest. So, which is the noun these pronouns are referring to? You would not find scholars of interpretation saying this refers to the immediate noun, which is the water gushing fluid. They say this refers to the man, which was referred earlier. So from the context of the surah itself, we find that pronoun refers to the man, not to the gushing fluid. Yeah? And we find many examples in the Qur'an where the pronoun can refer to an earlier noun. So this ayah, يَخْرُجُ مِنْ بَيْنِ الصُّلْبِ وَالتَّرَائِبِ, is talking about the man emerging. Now, is there a point where man emerges from between the backbone and the ribs? We know for sure. During delivery, in the womb of the mother, this is precisely in between these two places. Precisely, that's where the baby is coming from. So scientifically, we find this verse has nothing to do with a mistake whatsoever, because it's describing things which is in between two things. It's only when people try to force an understanding that this refers to the sperm or the ejaculate that comes from between these two areas. Now, why do I accept that interpretation to be linguistically correct? Because everywhere else you go in the Quran, the verb yakhruju is never even once mentioned for the gushing fluid or the mani or the yumna and so on. All the time it's referring to the man. Man is going to be وَكَذَلِكَ يُخْرَجُ. Man will be resurrected. Just like how you have a dry land and then the plants are growing from there with water, man will also be resurrected like this. Various examples where this word is used, every single time it's referred to the human being. So now we realize from the linguistic context within the surah, this is talking about the human being, not the Mount Dafiq. So those people, they don't care to listen and understand, yeah, and they have this preconceived understanding already, barakallahu fi, to come to this belief. So this is called this, false pride. If you were to listen to the explanation, no one would disagree linguistically. This is a valid explanation. We know scholars in the past, they have explained it differently. In fact, many scholars differently. But what we are saying is, when we are explaining this within the linguistic understanding of the context of the surah and the whole Quran, the interpretation that I have proposed is valid. And it's not coming from me, it's coming from various other scholars. I gave you an example of a translation of the Quran, Professor Abdul Halim. He's not a Tom, Dick and Harry like me, he knows his Arabic language. I can give you an example where this is mentioned in detail in a reference paper by the Lajna, who have published a paper, the Commission for the Science of the Quran and Sunnah, scientific science in Quran and Sunnah, is called Nash'at al-Dhurriya by Muhammad Dudah. I think that's his name is, Dr. Muhammad Dudah. So if you type in Nash'at al-Dhurriya, you'll find the whole paper going through all of this. And he doesn't even stop there in the immediate phase of the delivery. He actually goes back to the very origin of man, the first instance when man can be even mentioned. But that is something that they would not even understand. Even the basic biology about how ejaculate comes from, where it comes from, they don't know. And they're simply saying, oh, just Google it. I'm asking them to consult a medical text. They're not willing to do that. So maybe I will bring those next time and show it to them in the face, because you have to have basic understanding of your biology before saying it's a biological mistake. Yeah? So they don't even know what the biology is in this case. Bring up Britannica and it says this. Britannica is not a medical text. First thing. And I've already told them, most of this ejaculate comes from elsewhere. But besides that was not my argument anywhere here. I wasn't demonstrating that the sperm or the ejaculate comes from two places. I'm talking about their understanding of science is wrong, and yet they come to tell you that the Quran has got something scientifically wrong. That was the point. So I hope the readers and the viewers who are listening have understood, and they can go on and correct the misconception people have in this particular ayah. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام على من اتبع الهدى.
This is first time. All the time I thought it's Mama and Dafa.